trying to, I'm having ideas flowing right now, and I'm getting excited. And today is June 11th, 10:34 a.m. So I literally just forgot what I was thinking about. But we can go on to other stuff. Here, let me throw this out. So I finally decided on what I should get. I was thinking of getting an HDD hard drive to store my photos and stuff because, as you can see, I'm making video after video and it is taking up space, bro. Like my phone, where's my phone at? My phone is at 235 gigs out of 256 gigabytes. And I need something that I can store all my photos on. So I was looking on Amazon and I finally found something that I can afford, something that's in my price range that I can do. And it makes more sense for me just for the amount of money that it is, because you're going to think this is crazy, but a 1 terabyte hard drive from Western Digital is $35 right now. It's a brand new HDD drive, 1 terabyte, so a lot of space. But I was hesitating, bro. The original price was $42. I was hesitating to pay freaking $35. I saw it in myself. Like, when I catch myself, when I take notice of a lot of things. Like, if I am hesitant about buying this thing, it's because it might be too much money. And you're thinking like, bro, how much cheaper can it get? Because you're looking at the HDDs, you're looking at other hard drives. Like, for example, a Seagate external hard drive, 2 terabytes was like for $60. I think 1 terabyte would be like for $50. So instead of getting something that has a case enclosed on it, I opted for the hard drive that's just the hard drive itself. So you know how there's hard drives that comes with cases and it's ready made for you, like you plug it in and it stands up. Well, I decided to go with the hard drive that you have to plug into your gaming tower and you have to mount it. Like the other ones that I'm talking about is like you don't have to mount them. They can be wherever. Like you can just plug them in. So I decided to go with the bare hard drive, you know? So I was like $35. I think that's too much. I will get it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I was like, I'm not going to get it at all. It took me a day. And that kind of gets on my nerves because I'm like, why is it taking me a day to pay for this thing when I know that it's the right choice? I know that, yeah, I just know that it's the right choice. There's nothing I should be going back on. Like, it makes sense. It makes money sense. I'm saving a lot of money. Later on down the line, if I want to buy two of them, it's much more in my price range. I can get two 1 terabytes for $70 instead of one 2 terabyte for $70. The reason why you would want two 1 terabyte hard drives is to make sure that you clone them just in case one of them breaks. And when you fill it up, like I said, you can put one in a safe. And then if you have a safety deposit box at a bank, put it there, and then put it somewhere randomly in your room. Why do I say that? Like, why would a person say put it somewhere randomly in your room? Because I've dealt with law enforcement. Law enforcement is very, very tricky. They are some tricky guys. You wouldn't think that you should do some things, and you don't know. You just wouldn't think of these things unless it happened to you, and it's happened to me about more than 5 times. I've been taken away by the police about more than 5 times. So what I what happened was that I would be in my room and then I would be doing crazy stuff, right? Because I'm schizophrenic and I'm just doing stuff out of the ordinary. And then my sisters are like, it pisses me off, but we'll get into that later. So my sisters are like, you're acting a little crazy. What are you doing? You're not making any sense. We're going to call the ambulance for you. The police comes first before the ambulance. So they come in to do a wellness check. The very first time they do a wellness check, they don't take you out of your house. What they do is that they ask you questions. They see if you're acting bizarre. If you're not acting bizarre, they give you time to fix yourself. The first people that come are the APS. APS, I think that's what they're called. First is the APS, and then if they get a call a second time, that's when the police gets involved. That's when they're like, all right, this is a wellness check. The first one was a wellness check with the APS. The second one is a wellness check, but with the police, and the police are going to take you in. Like they don't give you a second chance after that. So they called the ambulance, and then the police came, and then the police escorted me out of the house and they escorted me to the hospital. I wasn't arrested. It was just a wellness check. But what happens after the wellness check is the real big thing that you need to pay attention to. What happens after the wellness check? What they do is that they search your room for any weapons. So they do a full search of your room. I have to double check because I did ask my sister Diana. I was like, what do they do after I leave? Because it happened so many times. I'm telling you, this happened like 5 times. I couldn't get it right? And I was like, what happens after they leave? Because when I come back, my room is completely different. Like, the bed is, I used to have a twin size bed. Now I have a full size bed, but the twin size bed was to the left of the room or in the middle of the room now. I didn't have a door. Everything was cleaned up. My vapes were gone. My bongs were gone. My weed was gone. And I thought that was the only thing that they were taking. But that was not the case. They were taking way more. And I didn't notice that until I started gathering stuff. So I started getting paranoid and whatnot. But in a good way, not in a good way. I don't know how to explain it. I started getting paranoid and I started having a lot of ideas about the world. It was like a really eye-opening moment. I smoked a lot of weed. I did some sass. I had an eye-opening moment. And I was like, all of this, everything that we do should be recorded. We have the capability to do it. Why aren't we doing it? And why are we only watching the people on YouTube and television make music videos with their cameras and just go on extravagant vacations and whatnot? The only thing we record is the police on TV and stuff like that. Why are we not recording ourselves? It's because, like, are we bored with our lives? Are we that bored? Like, it's not making any sense to us. So I had a really eye-opening moment. And I was like, yo, bro, I want to start recording everything. But I went at it at the wrong angle because my sisters started getting paranoid with me. They were like, why are you bringing cameras? Why are you recording us? And I'm like, bro, I'm not recording you. But fast forward, I come out of the hospital. I see my room is completely changed and whatnot. So I'm like, I'm paying no mind to it. I'm like, whatever. They took my vapes. That's what I noticed that they took. Then later on, I started buying flash drives. I started buying hard drives. I started buying computers. And then I started noticing that one day I walked in, I had a 512 gigabyte card, flash drive, right? The flash drive was in my laptop. And what I did was I left my laptop on when they took me. I left it on and I didn't lock it, I didn't close it. The timer was on never sleep, so anybody had access to my computer. They went on my computer and they went on my socials. They deleted my messages. They went on my socials and deleted my messages. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I had messages for I had a bunch of messages between me and Randy, my ex-girlfriend, and I was just so blown away. I was like, why would you do that? And then I saw my 512 gigabyte flash drive was missing as well, but I still had my 16 gigabyte. I still had the 64 gigabyte. They took the biggest flash drive that I had. It was connected to the computer and it wasn't encrypted or anything. It was just wide open, ready for the taking. So that's what happened. That's why I say, like, what you should do is that you should buy flash drives, copy them over each time you buy a bigger one, and hide it somewhere. Honestly, you should be duplicating. You should really be duplicating your stuff. That's why I said if I want a second hard drive, I'll get a second hard drive, and it'll be much cheaper. But that's that little story. I'm gonna keep explaining that because I feel like not everybody watches the same video, and like these videos are for you to enjoy like a connoisseur, bro. Like I am a connoisseur, all right? When I buy stuff, I buy the best that I can find. If I can't buy the best, it'll be the second best. You know what I mean? Like I bought myself a Mac Mini. My sister was like, "Are you sure you want the Mac Mini or do you want the M4 Pro? Do you want the M4 or the M4 Pro?" And I was like, "I'll get the M4. It's $600. Like I save a lot of money." And she's like, "Look, I like to open a lot of tabs. I like to run a lot of stuff on my computer. Do you want it to keep up with what your workload?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like the M4, that should be powerful enough." You know what I mean? It's a brand new computer and it's an Apple, so I'm expecting big things from it. And she's like, "Think about it." And I thought about it. And I was like, I'm going to be editing videos. I'm going to be opening up tabs. I'm going to be recording. I'm going to be screen recording. I want to edit 4K videos. I have an 8K capability phone. So I need something that can even edit 8K videos. So I was like, M4 Pro. It was double the price. The M4 is $600. The M4 Pro was $1,200 to $1,300. My sister helped me out with it. I also had a student discount. My sister is in college right now. She has her ID. You go in and you just show them your ID. They take off $100. She had a $100 gift card, so they took off $200 for me, and it came out to about $1,200. So it was like a $1,400 desktop. And I got a desktop. I didn't get a laptop because I use laptops and they annoy me. Like, what they're mostly made for is portability. So if you're going to the cafe to do your work, fine. If you go around the house to do your work, like if you like to do your work in the living room of your house and not your room, fine, whatever, get yourself a laptop. But I enjoy being in my room, so I got the desktop. But so I decided with a certified refurbished hard drive. I've gotten refurbished hard drives before, and they work perfectly fine. They work perfectly fine, and I'll get it from Amazon. They have a 90-day warranty on it. If anything ever happens in 90 days, you get to return it. It's $20, $21.31 with tax. And it just made more sense to me. It was just like, I get paid by check every month from disability, and it's not a lot. It's only $1,100, right? $1,171. When you think about it, it sounds like a lot, but when you're in the game, it's not a lot, bro. Like, I save about $300 a month, and that's for traveling, that's for emergencies, that's just for anything that I'm like, okay, I need to save up big for it. Let me save up big. So every month I save about $300. And then I split up the rest of the money. So $300 minus 1,100. So 11, 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3. So that's about $800, right? I split up $800 throughout the month. So $400 for 2 weeks, $400 for 2 more weeks. So I am just, and then on top of that, I try to save a little bit from each $200 to put away so that I can make big purchases. So I have a whole tier system of savings, $300, and then I would have like $50 or $70 by the end of the week, and I would put that in savings. And then in my savings, I have money that's being saved up just in case I want to buy something big. Those are for big purchases. So it takes me, it takes me some months to make big purchases, but at least I have money that's flowing. And if I need to make adjustments, I do make adjustments. Then I just applied for a credit card, and I have a credit limit of $200. So because my credit is wrecked right now, I think I have like a 598 credit. Credit is absolutely wrecked from my manic phases. Like, what I would do, I would get a credit card, I would max it out, and then I wouldn't pay it. I wouldn't have a job, and then I can't pay it. And it's not like I could go to my parents and be like, yo, can you pay for my credit card? Like, we're not rich, bro. We're low middle class. I say low middle class, even though my parents own a business, they don't run it correctly. So, low middle class. It's really hectic. So I have to make smart choices. So I'm going to get the certified refurbished hard drive. These hard drives are monsters, bro. Monsters. They last. They will not break down. I have a 1 terabyte Toshiba hard drive, and I had that since I was, 15 years old. I'm 30 right now. I had it since I was 15. 30 years. That thing is still kicking. That thing is still kicking. I am blown away by the capabilities of our technology. And everybody should be too. You should be excited about what we have. Like, this is great stuff. This is really great stuff. And we can do a lot of great stuff with it. So why aren't we? Like, what are you thinking day to day? I know what you're thinking. And you're thinking like, I need to go to work. After I go to work, I'm completely drained. Like, I talked about this on my TikTok. I said, like, why are we glorifying work? And then the guy tried to comment and say, well, we need to do it. And plus a lot of people like their job. And I'm like, no, they don't. A lot of people don't like their job. You're looking at that manga artist, because I use manga as a catalyst, and he was like, those manga artists like their job. And I was like, and I was thinking to myself in my head, I'm like, it seems like it. It seems like all these people that are drawing stuff are enjoying their time, but they have hard work schedules. They barely get to see, they barely have their own lives. Like, they talk about it all the time how they overwork manga artists, and manga artists get sick from overworking. Like, if you look at the manga world, like, there are so many mangas that just stop abruptly and they go on hiatus. Like, there's so many of them. You think that there's not that many? There is a lot. There's a lot of artists. They're putting out great stuff, and you're reading it, and in chapter 52 it says hiatus. And you wouldn't notice this because I get my manga for free. I know it's bad. Help the manga artists out. But mangas are expensive, bro. That shit is so expensive. And you know how quickly you read through them shits? Oh my gosh. Like, dead ass, I'm sitting there like, I can read through a whole book of manga in a week. And it takes me a good 2 to 3 weeks to read a book, a regular book with words. But a manga, it takes me 7 days, bro. 7 days. If I'm interested in it and I'm like, yo, this is good. This is really good. I'm sitting there like this, 7 days straight, opening my phone. I'm like, all right, all right. I'm just swiping day in, day out. And I'm on disability. So I don't work right now. I shouldn't say I don't have to work. I can't work. So I just have so much free time. And I'm sitting there looking at all these mangas, and there are a lot of them are going on hiatus. There's this one manga called Nana, so freaking good, so good. She won awards for this book, and then it went on hiatus after like chapter 110 or 90. It went on hiatus. The manga artist, she never finished it, and the reason why is because she got sick. She got very sick, and they were talking about how her work ethic was very destructive, and that it wasn't good for her. So it went on hiatus. She never finished the book. In the book, they have a lot of smoking in it. They smoke a lot. So you assume that the manga artist smokes too, because it was all the characters were smoking. But and the story was so real and so raw that you were just sitting there engulfed in it, and you were just like, oh my gosh, like, this is real life. This is somebody's life. And it was talking about fame and how they treat their workers, and how Nana bounces back from that, and the other Nana goes down a road of infidelity and heartbreak, and while the other one is pursuing fame. And at the very end, the one that was pursuing fame, her boyfriend dies, the one that she was going to live the rest of her life with. And he was on drugs. He was doing weed, and weed back then was very looked down upon, and to get it was a very big thing because it was so illegal. Now in Thailand, weed is legal, but before it wasn't legal like that. And she talks about that, and it was just so raw and so real. And I was blown away by Nana. Oh my gosh, I read that thing day in, day out. That took me about 2 weeks, maybe, because there was a lot of chapters. Maybe a week and a half. I was, I deep dived into that story. I was so so captivated, and then it stopped abruptly. It didn't end. And I looked at it, and it was like, it says it's on hiatus. And I did the research, and I was like, they were like, yo, the manga artist, she's not doing good. She worked way too hard. So each chapter is typically 18 pages to 42 pages, up to 52 pages. 52 pages is what they start off with. That's the first chapter. The second chapter goes down to like 36 pages. Then the third chapter goes down to 18 pages. And then they start pumping out 18 pages. So they do 18 pages per week. For new manga, they do it a lot now to ease the stress on the authors because they notice that they're getting sick. Nana, the author of Nana, she was pushing out 42-page chapters each chapter, and she got up to like 90 chapters or 120 chapters. She was so stressed out that she got sick from it and she couldn't bounce back. Everybody's asking, are you going to remake Nana? They're doing little venues for Nana. And when is it coming back? When is it coming back? She is not coming back, but she started a new manga, and it's a completely different story. It doesn't touch on Nana at all. She's talking about fantasy now. So you think that these people are having a great time in their life. They're not. They're absolutely not. They are struggling. They're really struggling. They're not happy with their jobs. It's too hard. It's too strenuous. You go in, day out, you're unhappy. It's madness for people to be working like that. I don't believe that we're naturally supposed to be working the way that we do work. I believe that people get sick from it. A lot of people get sick from it, not just mental health, but it's a lot of mental health. But the way they carry on their days, it shows that, hey, I don't think this person is doing so well. Because all they do is go to work and then they come home and then they sit on their phone for the whole time, or they go straight to sleep. They nap for like 4 hours. They wake up, eat some food, then they go straight back to sleep. And then they do that cycle for 5 days straight. They are not happy. You're not happy. I don't care what you say. Not enough people are happy with their jobs. Like, we can even think that Jeff Bezos is happy with his job. But the shit that he does doesn't make sense, so I don't even think that he's happy. Like, there's just so much that's going on. But yeah. So that was my talk about the hard drive, and I put a little bit of working in there. I just wanted to have a conversation to start off the day. It's 11:02, June 11th. I'm not going to keep saying the date and everything. I'm going to put the date under the video. But Brandon commented on my video, and that made me so happy. I was like, holy shit, he was actually listening. My friends actually listen to my stuff, and it's all the people that stuck through my psychosis and everything like that. So it makes me really excited. I think what I'm going to do is I should be like taking a timer and like seeing when I'm talking about these certain types of things. But for right now, I'm going to order the hard drive. I don't have Amazon Prime. It's going to take it 7 days to get here. 7 freaking days, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be making a video each day because I could just pump these out, bro. I could just pump these out. I feel so good. I feel so freaking good. And I'm going to show it. Like, I'm so dead set on becoming famous that it's not even a joke anymore. Like, my friends say it, and I feel like they don't understand, like, how deep I'm going to go with it. Fame is a disease, bro. It's a freaking disease. You can't do anything about it. You just have to work towards it. You have to see it. Once you see it, it's over. It's freaking over. Your body wants it. Your mind wants it. And each day is a struggle. It's a small struggle, but it's not even a struggle. It's more of like a passion. But like at the end of the day, you do get distraught. You're like, I'm not there yet. but you're like, I'm gonna wake up the next day and I'm going to kill it. No, somehow, somewhere, I'm going to kill it. And that's what I've been doing so far. That's where my mindset is at. So each day I'm like, yeah, bro, absolutely, bro. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. Like today, I was just sitting here. I was like, let me make a video real quick. Did I say that I am going to start looking for people to work with? I'm going to put out a job flyer just in case anybody wants to be a part of this, because I need editors. I have so many videos I am backed up right now. It's June 11th and I am on May 30th of videos. And I'm just pumping them out too slowly. I'm pumping them out way too slowly. I'm thinking too much. I'm like, what are these people thinking about these videos? And then you have to upload it. Do you know how long uploading takes? So I'm getting the video part down. But I just need to start pumping it out a little bit faster. But yeah, I wonder what song this is. Oh, this is Justin Timberlake. Oh, Nelly Furtado. Oh boy, I feel good. I'm about to get this free delivery. It's June 11th. It says June 18th is the latest that it's going to pop up. I'm banking on Amazon delivering it early because that's just how they are. You know, it works out. It works out. I don't think he makes any money from people that use delivery. I think he gets very little money from that. That's why he makes it the $35 limit. But just to let you know, if you get a hard drive, this hard drive is $20, but it still has free shipping. So, guys, take a look at that. Take a look at that. All right, bro. I'm out. I'm gonna start editing some videos. I have to go to the bank, deposit some money. I found a bed that I want. Oh, there's so much to talk about. So much to freaking talk about, bro. I'm not even done. But we're gonna end it right here. I'm gonna make this a little short video. I'm going to tag the guy that was commenting on my video, and I'm gonna tell him which part to go to of where I'm talking about Nana and what happened to the author. And this is what the manga world is really about. They're not happy. They're working themselves half to death. It's sad. They might be having fun, you know, a lot of people are like, I'm having fun. I do it my damn self. I'm working at Amazon and I'm like, they're like, you happy? I'm like, yeah, I don't have to do much. I feel happy. But am I really happy? Hell to the fucking no. If I did not have to work, I would not be working. All right? If I didn't have to, I feel like I have to. We've been conditioned to believe that we need to work and it needs to be long and it needs to be 8 hours, it needs to be 12 hours. And then you have money. And then you need to be able to spend that money, and then you feel like you can spend that money on whatever you want, but really you just get a little bit of money and it goes so far. You're a great manager of money. Everybody manages money great. Everybody does. There's some people that suck at it, but a lot of people are really good at it. You can see it around this world. You can see each person that owns a house. They're good with money. A lot of people are good with money. But you have people like me that it seems like I'm not good with money because my credit is shot. I have a mental illness. I was going through it and I used up my credit cards. I used my credits to the limits. It seems like I'm not good with money. There was this one guy that was like, what's your credit limit? He's like, my credit limit is like 800. And then he was like, oh, that's good. What would you say about people that don't have good credit? Do you think that it's fair that they get penalized for having bad credit? And he was like, oh yeah, definitely. Because it tells you how good they are with money. I'm fucking good with money, bro. I'm fucking not phenomenal with freaking money. It's just life gets in the way. Life just hits you, bro. You don't know where your mindset is at, and oh my gosh, so much to talk about. My computer just went to sleep. This is a security measure. I don't leave it on for forever now. But there was a question that Kim Harrison thought up for me. Wouldn't it be better to make it easy for the police to look through your stuff? Because if they look through it, it proves your innocence. And that definitely did cross my mind. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's definitely a thought process. But then I was like, why do we have locks on our doors? Why do we have locks on our windows? Why do we have locks on our phones? Why? And that's where I'm stuck at. Just why? Why do we have that? Why do we have houses? Why don't we live in tents? Why don't we live outside? You know? It's just questions like that gets asked back. It's like, why do we have those stuff? Because if we allowed the police to do whatever they wanted, we allowed them to have access to anything they wanted, we wouldn't be free. This would be more of a jail than it already is. We're already in a jail, but this is more. It's just more. Because it would make sense. It would be like if that's what happened. I left my computer on, and previous times my computer was always closed, so they never had access to it. But that last time, because I was doing some very questionable stuff, so I was a questionable character at that point in time. Were they going to lock me away forever? Because they were close to it. I almost did not bounce back. I almost did not bounce back. I was so close to losing it all. Losing it all. Every time I closed my laptop, nothing happened. The one time that I left my laptop open for them to have access to it, I lost my messages. I lost so much data. So much freaking data. And if I had locked that flash drive, if I had locked that computer, they probably wouldn't have even taken it. They probably still would have taken the flash drive. Those are going to be taken away. But I also have hard drives here. Like, look. Let's do a little room tour. These are 2 hard drives. That's from my old computer. This is a hard drive on this desk. There's a hard drive over here. And I'm not sure where my other hard drive is. I think it's up here somewhere. And I have a hard drive in here. I have 2 hard drives over here. They did not touch my hard drives. They actually didn't touch my hard drives. They left them. There wasn't much data on them. They were connected to my computer, so they had access. Yes, they had access. But did they take it? No, they took the flash drive that had 512 gigabytes. It was connected to the computer. They went on my computer. They ripped it apart. They basically raped my computer. Fucking raped that shit. Raped it. Fucking raped my computer. I was so sad, bro. So sad. But yeah, that's video number 1. That took me I didn't want to make this video too long, but it ended up being longer. Whoopsies. But it's 11/14, June 11th. I hope you guys have a great day.